Fade in.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Pre-Flight. We are number 136. We've been doing this for quite some time. And I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for being here. I will not have access to the chat right away, but here in the next few minutes, I will. Apparently, I'm having difficulty streaming to Rumble today. Don't know why. I'm Robin Leach, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. And here we go. Let's see. A lot of you were here early. I appreciate that. I know there's many other shows still running right now, and some more they'll be picking up in the future. Can't wait for Friday Night Tights coming up after this show, or probably while I am ending. Looking forward to that. Going to be crazy. We've got several folks joining us today. We have SFX F314 Sabertooth Raptor. We've got a few other folks in the chat. Captain Phantom Nerd is here. Dragon Master 360, Stygian Dogs. And I agree. Let the weekend begin. The Union of Amateur Strategists. You're fine. Good to see you. We've got John Sapola in the chat. Great to see you, my friend. And Darren Hughes. Good to see you. Tender Warrior 68 is here. We've got Griffin joining us. There's Mutant Bamhammers. Fade in, indeed. Oyos, all my boyos. We've got Spaceship Vampire in the house. Dermy Wormy, what's up, brother? There's Mr. Grant Gregory. Yeah, I did. I dropped a video today. It's my non-spoilerish review of Fast X. I went out of my way to not spoil it. Not that there's a lot to spoil. They're very formulaic now. We got Storyman Jack in the house. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I know you've got some stuff you're dealing with, but I can't wait for you to get back in the game full time. Cash Kester, what's going on? Cash is quite famous now. He finds himself in many memes. Hammeroid Hurts just jumped out of bed in time. Well, thank you, my friend, for being here. Mad About Hatter. What's going on? We've got Shrap 3D. No Butter Miller in that promo. No, there is not Shrap 3D. Thomas Mess, what's going on, buddy? Let's see who else is in the house. We've got, we got Brettermeyer here. What's going on? Hey, there's the lovely Jillian. Great to see you, Jillian. And you're right, Mr. Grant Gregory. So many green names. Smilex is here. Woohoo! Just got here. Look at Smilex. The Scapegoat. Fast X sounds like a speedy divorce slur. It kind of does, right? Yeah. Trinoculus P, it is Friday again. We begin the weekend once more. There's Sunny Sunflower and my buddy Wes. What's up? What's up? Good to see you, man. Look at all of these wonderful humans. And all beings, great and small. We've got Thomas Mess, a member for 6 months now. Thank you for that support. I appreciate it. I want to get to a super chat that I actually missed, I guess, earlier in the day. Christian Delorme during the during the 6 Minute Daily, today's version of the 6 Minute Daily, said, "Great content, great hair, great guy. Cheers." Well, thank you for that, my friend. Wanted to make sure I did not miss that at all. So there you go. Caught up on that. Hopefully everybody got a chance to hear and see. But we roll on. The lovely Jillian sends a super chat for $5. This culture I was lurking on the Midnight's Edge in the morning stream. I know, and I heard you say nobody likes you. I'm sending a chat to say I adore you. Oh, well, thank you. And I'm sure that many others do as well. Yeah, no, it was I was saying that in a humorous way, but I do appreciate the support and the $5. Now I feel like I guilted you into it. Did I guilt you into it? I'm gonna feel bad. But I do appreciate your support, Jillian. You're one of the best. We've got an incredible group of supporters here. You guys are incredible. I love just hanging out. But you know what? You get a nice one. This is a nice one.
Wow, it's generous. I don't really get that kind of money, but glad you do. So thanks.
And there you go. Thanks, Jillian. Got Coach O here. Coach O Dragon saying, "I'll be over in a listening conversation over me." Well, thank you. You guys are great. Hard to do two things at once, right? Oh, you only watch Chatto for or Midnight's Edge for Chatto and me? Well, thank you. That's complimentary. But I love being over there. They're incredible. Their information's amazing. Channel surfs here. Catzilla listening in the car. Well, just be safe, please. I value both of you. Be very, very safe. There's the lovely Becky Brown. Good to see you, dear. Still looking at a post-summer visit to Ohio, so keep your ear to the ground, Becky. I'll keep you up to speed. I did not guilt you. Okay, well, very good. I just want to make sure I didn't guilt you. Yeah, Floral makes incredible clips. Yeah. Floral's one of my favorites. You guys, really, truly. I benefit greatly from all the support I get from other people that work here, like I do. But yeah. My goodness, Jillian's incredibly generous. She has a big heart. She gives out 10 CultureCasino memberships. Jillian, thank you so very much, sweetie. I appreciate it. My goodness. You know what? You're a gold mine.
I see you have money. Want to take me on a date?
And there we go. So this is the second biggest glass of wine you've seen today. Well, I'm working on it. Maybe I'll upgrade the wine glass in the future. Oh, Jillian's like, all names green. You are so welcome. Well, thank you indeed. I do appreciate it. Man. Incredible. Wow, Dermy Wormy drops $5. Says, "This is my third favorite show on Friday now, right after FNT and my own degenerate thing." Well, your own degenerate thing is a good time. I have a lot of fun with that. You folks are just amazing. You don't even know. Mesmerizing utters. That's right. But Dermy Wormy, you know what? You're an up and coming amazing channel. So, and you know me, I have a soft spot for all you memers. But you know what? Just in general, you rock.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really all I got. Thanks for your being kind and supporting the channel. Yeah.
You caught me sneaking a bite of pizza. Sorry, guys. And then now some coffee. Pizza and coffee. Who would have thought? Anyway. Thank you so very much. All right. We've got stuff to talk about, so maybe we dive right in. How about that? Obviously, the news of the day is always going to be Disney now because they put themselves squarely in the crosshairs with all of their terrible decision-making processes. I mean, bringing Iger back was terrible, but by keeping Kathleen Kennedy around may have been like the worst decision ever. I know George had a lot to do with that, but I mean, when you have even the shill rag known as the Rap um, going after you. You did not make a good film. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has just been getting nuked. Anything that Kathleen Kennedy has put her hands on has just been being destroyed. I don't think it can be argued. I think most of you would likely agree. Conversations about this abound almost weekly, specifically on the mismanagement and operation of Lucasfilm specifically, which controls all these incredible IPs, all of these beloved IPs, all of these IPs that are oriented around men. Disney turns them into women properties. Now, a property that's predominantly appreciated by men doesn't mean that women don't enjoy it. A lot of ladies really think this man is ruggedly handsome. And I would have to agree. As an older fella myself, I hope, the boss still finds me ruggedly handsome. But when I look out there and I see the shill media saying that the film is bombastic but not worthy of the whip, what's it saying? It's saying it's bad. Not only that, it under delivers. So it overpromised and under delivered, and we knew it was coming. And that's probably why James Mangold went out and attacked our friend Matt Kadish. Never should have happened. But the premiere got a lukewarm standing ovation for 5 minutes. And I know that sounds like weird, but it's a tradition to give a film a standing ovation. You want it to be over 5 minutes. You want something like what Johnny Depp's film got. Johnny Depp got a 7-minute rousing standing ovation at the end of it. The Jean du Barry film that opened the Cannes Festival. But one of the other reasons that there may have been an ovation was the fact that he was being given an award as a surprise, a Palme d'Or at Cannes. But we can speculate on all that for all of its various reasons. But a lot of people speak specifically about how bad the film is. Both the actor and the audience got a raw deal with this empty exercise in brand redemption. Yeah. It didn't have to redeem itself after the fourth film. It just could have ignored the fourth film or just left it there. I mean, most fans like myself think there are only 3 films, the first 3, but they did try to roll back a bunch of things, and it's not worthy of the whip is not something you want to hear. You have several other things. It's less Indiana Jonesy. Yeah. Look, you can ape a lot of people. You can ape their style. You can mimic what they do. This is all true. It can all happen. But I mean, Spielberg is Spielberg. Lucas is Lucas. Though combined men together make incredible stuff. That's what Indiana Jones was. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm just taken aback. One of the most harsh criticisms I saw about the film was that it was lifeless. Now, there's no embargo on this. It's the biggest problem with film festivals. Is you can ask people to have an embargo, but that's not going to stop them. And I think Disney was thinking they did a good thing here. I think they're going to be surprised that this is going to get hit this hard. I'm not surprised. Some of you probably are not surprised. Maybe all of you are not surprised that this was going to be destroyed. But it does kind of lean into this idea that the audience doesn't appreciate teabagging this film. And I don't blame them. Let's see what you guys think. I mean, this is round 1 of Dismal Disney, guys. We got many more things to talk about very quickly, but I'm curious if you guys are on the same side of this conversation. The world is just catching up. Yeah. I'm afraid that's happening. You're watching an active action boycott happening. You're watching institutional investment in these companies shoot up to artificially hold them or prop them up because of the obviously the ESG stuff. They've got to keep that mechanism in place so that they can control these companies. They can control the messaging so they can further destroy the entire Western world. But we'll get into exactly how much institutional investment is in Disney because I have some updated figures we can go over. Just who owns what. But I like this from Shrap 3D, Indiana Jones and the Drudge of Dysentery. Yikes, that doesn't sound good. Yeah. Smilex says Robbie Collins in the UK hated it, and he's a wokey, super wokey woke. The film is very likely forgettable and joyless. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the world that the wokey wokes have created, a joyless one. At least, if we adhere to their principles and stuff, and that's fine. But, this is what happens when you take it to the extreme. And here's the other problem. What happens when the pendulum swings the other way? Then they never think about that. Never think about that. Gojira Star, what's up? I love strong, capable otters. I'm a huge fan of otters. I think they're so cute. I watch that. I have a bunch of like little otter things that I follow on with the automated clips every day because otters are cute. Come on. Kaiju in the house. That's right. I think the ovation was for Ford, not the movie. I think you're 100% right. That would make more sense than anything else. There are only 3 Indiana Jones movies. See, I think most people think that, to be fair. Is that glass of wine real? Well, one time, yes, it was a real glass of wine. There's a picture. Yeah. But I can't like reach back here and grab it. I'd like to look at how much bigger it gets when I reach back for it. It's like, that's how big that is. This is my hand. No, tonight I'll have probably have another Pinot Noir. There's a nice one in there that I think I'm gonna crack open and have a glass or two. Union's like, I'm not surprised even a tiny bit. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are gonna be surprised. Indiana Jones and the grizzly old man. I can't do. Tom does that voice like butter. I can't do it at all. Jesse, what's up, man? Love the commenter. Shrap comes up with another one. Indiana Jones and the death of Disney. I can dream. Well, we're going to get to more Disney. So I think they've got some problems, and they have a cash flow issue. I mean, they're financially not in the best shape. Their P&E ratio is not good. Their market cap has been falling consistently. They may sometime next week fall below $90 a share again. Yeah, no bueno. Blackie says, I only know of Phoebe Waller-Bridge in relation to Indy 5. I've never seen her Fleabag show. Well, she was one of the people that put together an absolutely terrible Bond film. Her writing to Punch It Up did not punch it up. It beat it to oblivion, to be fair. Yeah, I agree with you. Apathy did set in years ago, and thankfully Indy had a great send-off in 89. No arguments there. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to a release of Disney's Lucasfilm, I ignore it outright and hope it fails. Well, there you go. Lots of people cheering for the burning. Yeah, fans knew this a long time ago. Oh, this is good. Indiana Jones and the Geriatric Ward of Doom. Thank you, Gojira Star. It's going to lose a ton of money, Jesse. It truly is. Check out Jesse's channel, Common Nerd. He's great. No matter how bad KK does, she hasn't let go. I'm thinking she is the patron saint of cockroaches. Oh boy. After a global nuclear war, only she and the roaches will be left to gnaw on the bones and ashes of civilization. Well, let's hope that's not anytime soon. Yeah. Polly's term is Wakosos. Yes, I love it. I gotta be working out with Polly on Tuesday, I think so. And Jason Fox, what is up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. He's got a channel. I get to hang out there every once in a while when I'm awake. It's not often. Let's see. I actually don't think it's the wokiness that's running Indy 5. I think it's really is a down to incompetent riders, of course. Yeah, I mean, and Mangold is one of those, right? Trying to meet the demands of out-of-touch executives. Yep, like all Lucasfilm projects. Well, and all of Disney projects now, to be fair. Yeah, Merlot is great. I have to avoid strawberries. So if anything has like a strawberry, hint or whatever, I can't touch it. So to be very, very careful with all the wine I consume. So. But to be fair, I drink, I drink the appropriate wine for the appropriate main course. So if it's a fish or seafood of any kind, mussels, clams, whatever. It's usually a white wine. Yeah. And the only time that I would go and drink a red in that situation would be if it was a surf and turf meal and the primary protein was like steak or something like that. So Chiantis can be absolutely delicious, to be fair. Nice Italian restaurant food right there. Once again, pair your wine properly, folks. Let's see. Indiana Jones. You guys are, I know I love this. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I can't smoke I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I'm trying to get rid of vices. Don't give me more. Thank you, Butte Banner. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she played Leet. I mean, L337. Yeah. Hey, fellow kids, I'm Leet. What does Drinker say? F off film? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I don't. I'm more and more separated from the idea that that other film, that other non Star Wars film that they came out with, that they based this stupid show off of recently, Casio keyboard. Anyway, Rogue One wasn't a good film. Indiana Jones and the Day of the Donut. I know, I love it. You guys are burning through these. This is great. What's going on there, mighty Orbots? Dibby-doo. Wait, now I just sounded like Adam Sandler. What is happening? What's up, Radioactive? The donut of Dunkin'. Now I like that one. By the way, I miss Dunkin' Donuts. 4 or 5 years ago was peak Dunkin' Donuts again. It's like they come around and they like hit everything perfect for a little while, and then they go downhill for a while. And then they're like that grungy diner that you will stop at occasionally, and then they bring it back up and bring it back into the forefront. So yeah, I loved eating strawberries and couldn't figure out why my tongue was swelling and I was not breathing well. Well, I'm allergic to them. Wes, you look great with your beard when you grow it. Daloo! I wish Disney's AI will hurry up and be trained to write like humans. Well, they're human. If they are using the writers they're currently using to train the AI, they got big problems. Virginia does make nice wine. Napa makes auto parts. Well, there you go. I did wine country many moons ago, many years ago. I was more interested in the sparkling wines, which we should be able to call champagne, but it pisses the French off. So whatever. Chianti and some fava beans. That's right. What? No liver? Indy 6, readers of the large print. Well, I'm already there. That's why these goggles are as thick as they are, so I can see. Rob Altus joins us. Good to see you. There's Phantom Feet. Whoa, hey now. Indiana Jones and the Culture of Casino. I would love that. Thank you, Mr. Grant Gregory. We should do that. When I see this film, let's have some clips already set up for ridiculousness. Oh, by the way, Grant's been editing the videos again. Lately, they're looking amazing. Last few have been wonderful. I've got one more coming out on streaming. Probably won't come out till Sunday now because there's no way I'm going to have time to finish recording it today. But it's about the biggest streamer of them all, YouTube. And then we'll keep going. I've been learning about rums and whiskey these days. Yep. Yeah, I'm I like Scotch. I'm a big Johnny Walker Blue fan. So, but gonna have to change it up. Strawberries and Merlot. It doesn't even have a strawberry flavor. There are some Merlots. Vintners actually it would add some strawberry to, believe it or not. You get a lot of blended red table wine that'll have strawberry hints because it has strawberry in it. There are a few of them out there. There are a couple of vintners in my family. I do make my own port, though. I make an amazing pomegranate port. Also make an ice vine, and I've done many batches of beer, but like a legitimate, like a branded label you would know, vintners in my family. So yeah. KK didn't look happy at cans yesterday. No, she didn't. I would imagine a lot of that was because they killed her space cruiser thing, the Galactic Star Cruiser, based on her garbage. That's probably why she didn't look crazy happy. Since I have a depressed sense of smell, I can tell how strong alcohol is by odor. Some of them, I think, can actually get a good nose on. Wow, that's cool. I like that term, nose on. Very good. Indiana Jones and the 5 uncomfortable peas per night. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, I've been making a chat Star Wars-sized classic literature. Oh, Star Warsy, classic literature for shiz and gigs. Hilarious. That's what Izaj Melody says. Check it out. I don't know. I think I'm just the medium. I'm the right amount of cultured. I'm still rather disrespectful to a lot of different things. I think, okay, so this is a question I was asked multiple times on a couple of streams, and I wish I'd been able to hang out over on Midnight's Edge and push the stream back, but unfortunately schedules are schedules, and FNT is going to come up in an hour, and I want to be there to watch that because I want to take away some perspectives of the people that I think are, funny as heck. Really hope that Chrissy's there tonight because I think she's got a lot to make fun of. But yeah, I think when they repurpose this hotel, let's go back to the original plan for that land, right? Before anybody messed around with it, right? And Scott Trowbridge got involved and all of that. You were going to have the original trilogy laid out there from Tatooine all the way through Hoth, and then, of course, the Endor moon. You were going to have, so you'd basically have 3 different areas. You'd have the concept behind a lot of these attractions would have stayed the same, but not the people that were in them or how they were represented. But you also were going to have Aga's, which is the bar that's there, the cantina. Aga's, I don't know how to say it. I don't care. You were going to have that there, and then attached to that or nearby that would be a dinner theater. So they would basically roll guests from the bar into the dinner theater for food and then just rotate people around. What happened is not that. They were also supposed to have a bunch of integrated immersive elements that, would have stretched from all of the films. So you would have actually had the things that they put behind a paywall. That's the conversation about what this hotel became. The hotel became a paywall for that immersive experience with more characters and aliens and stuff like that. And that's why there's very limited stuff happening in Galaxy's Edge. But that space, I think, could be converted into the dinner theater experience that they had originally planned. They have a lot of extra space there that could be repurposed. They could bring people in through the back area to get there. Maybe they would still invest the time in doing the box truck version of the shuttles, but I doubt it. But they could do a lot of that and rebuild it that way. They could create various experiences in what were the rooms. But I honestly don't know. Maybe they'll repurpose it for cast member housing. But like I said, maybe they rent the space out like on an hourly basis, make it like a virtual cafe or a gaming cafe. I don't know. They could actually convert each of the room into their own experience. Like you could fly a TIE fighter or something. I mean, there's a lot of things they could do. But ACLY 7503. Hey. I make my own whiskey. Well, it's flavored ethanol, but it does the trick. Well, there you go. Darth Plato, what's going on? There's the Chatimal himself, Soul Assassin, saying hotel might work with Guardians of the Galaxy theme. Sure. There's a lot of money in that building. I mean, they spent a ton of money. They had all this R&D stuff that went into it. The Imagineering bill on this must have been enormous. The physical building itself, there's some tech in it that, doesn't normally get used in a building for those purposes. There's a lot of limitations built into the building, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, Doomcock will be hysterical about this tonight. Indeed. There's going to be a lot of funny shows tonight. I'm going to try to cruise around all of them. And then I think I'm going to hang out with Loki tonight. And then maybe the following Friday night, maybe next Friday night, I'll be hanging out over on Little Chad's channel for the show, or on that show anyway. And this is the question that we all kind of ask. Because we've been bouncing our head against Disney for who knows how long. But that question is always, is the Rabid Mouse going to learn anything? No, they're not a family brand anymore. They're losing touch and influence in the cultural zeitgeist. Nothing sticks with them anymore. What was the last film they created that stuck in people's heads? I can't name one. I mean, Endgame was Marvel. Marvel had already started to, even with the earnings of that film, it cost a ton of money to make. And, they made it very profitable. But I mean, if you picked that up and watched it again once, more than once, I don't know. And that's the telling bit, right? If you can go back and watch something multiple times, it was good. If you don't go back and watch it more, if you saw it in the theater and if you buy it, or if you have a streaming service, whatever, ask yourself a question: did I watch that more than once or more than twice? Films are like comfort food. They really are. I know maybe people don't agree with me on that, but it's one of the takes that I've had over the years, and I've tried to explain this to family members and friends and stuff. I'm like, good films are comfort food. You go back and watch them again. Because they bring you back like a comfort food, like a meal. It brings you back to a time of great joy, good memory, the whole 9 yards. So if you can't re-enjoy that thing, if it doesn't bring you back, reset that period of time, it's not good. Wow, does this dress make my ass look big? I still love this. For $5, says, any pairing recommendations for Thunderbird or Mag Dog 2020? No, but that's creative. So, yeah, thank you.
Your kindness knows no bounds. Except for whatever $sign you chose to stop at.
Thank you so very, very much for that. That's brilliant. Love it. Brightest Day's here. Brightest Day is awesome. Check out Brightest Day. I love Brightest Day. Imagine if Universal did a Nintendo hotel. Yeah, it would be. Well, first of all, they wouldn't do the dumb thing. They wouldn't make it incredibly expensive. They wouldn't make it. That's a very boutique-y thing. Boutique-y thing? Yeah, boutique. That's a very boutique thing. It's only got 100 rooms in it. They were all overpriced. They sold it as like a cruise. You weren't going anywhere. You were basically in a windowless prison box. This is just giant cement box. And you're very limited in what you can do. And the excursions they offered you was the Galaxy's Edge thing that you could go to for the ticket price. So it's like very weird, right? But if Nintendo did a Nintendo hotel at Universal, bonkers. Big money, big prices. Big prices. Trouble booking? Did they even try having the price? They brought the price down 30% and couldn't bring people in there. I got offered a free opportunity to see it. I did not take it up. So that was free. What does that tell you? You know, Shrap, that's a good idea. Well, let's sell it to DeSantis for a prison. Yeah, it would work. Wouldn't have to do a lot. To me, it always felt like a prison. But hey, it is what it is. Disney needs to make their failed hotel into what it should have been in the first place, a sit-down dining experience with the original Star Wars characters. Yep, a dinner theater, indeed. And that's what it was purposed to be. Well, not that hotel, but that was one of the primary concepts for that. And they are lacking for attractions in Galaxy's Edge because of so much that got stripped out of it. Again, I would say largely that was the shift in focus that kind of caused a lot of these issues. It's going to be repurposed to Epcot, says Gonzalo Bergali. Experimental prison complex of tomorrow. Star prison. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, now wait a minute. Hear me out. You're actually... that ship turns into an Empire ship. You're captured. You are being held prisoner as a rebel. And then you go through like an active RPG scenario over a couple of days. And when you escape in the escape pod, you actually make it to Galaxy's Edge. And then your captors try to recapture you. It'd be a lot of fun, right? You'd be dressed up. You could RPG. You could LARP, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you could role play your booty off. Be like going to a really awesome Ren fair just with Star Wars. I don't know. Sounds cool. Wow, they should install a Japanese interactive hotel. Put you right by the eye. There's a lot of those. Very strange. They're going to have to make non-suck Star Wars for 10 years. Yes, Hammer Right hurts. Indeed. Oh, Evil Dead Hotel and dining experience. Thank you, Darth Plato. I love that. I love that avatar. It's very cool. Saltzilla. Red wine. Red wine, you make me feel so fine. Why do I sound like I'm Bob Dylan doing that? Red wine. Red wine, you make me feel so fine. I don't know. Half of you don't know the hell I'm talking about. So, oh, you guys are incredible. Let's see. Disney told the media they were going to build a Florida campus, but mean old Ron ruined it. No. Yeah. The Lake Nona development had been like moving forward, stopped, paused, moving forward, stopped, paused multiple times. They started to install some of the infrastructure. I think there were some foundations. If they hadn't started some vertical stuff, they were getting close to it. But everything I'm hearing is it's going to get sold off. Wow, I wish I could read this one, Wes. Indiana Jones and the Lady in Comfortable Shoes of Damocles. There you go. Pirates of the Caribbean. So the idea of doing a interactive hotel at Disney, it's not far-fetched. This concept goes back a long ways, but the iteration right before this one was, and this is some inside baseball stuff. The iteration before this one, before Star Wars, was going to be Tower of Terror. You were actually going to be staying in a Twilight Zone hotel. So you'd have an attraction built into a hotel that would be kind of kept separate because of noise and things like that. But for the most part, that experience, you would stay in that hotel that would have funny haunted things, or, whatever happened to you. Some of the things based on some of the Twilight Zones episodes. That was out there. Then there was, before that, it was a Haunted Mansion hotel, basically the same thing. But they've experimented with this idea at Imagineering for a long time. They call those blue sky ideas, and they'll go a certain way down the road towards developing some stuff, which oftentimes leads to something else down the road for something entirely different. But they'll work on technology, and they'll patent stuff. They have a bunch of ride vehicle patents they haven't even employed yet. That are truly amazing. Anyway, I'm just saying the concept's not new. So it's just this was a failed idea because of the expense. Stuck in people's heads for a good reason. Winter Soldier for me. Yeah. I mean, and again, when was the last time they made a good film? It's a good question. I have not watched Endgame again. What film have I rewatched the most? I couldn't even tell you. I've watched Bull Durham like crazy, Galaxy Quest like crazy. The Lord of the Rings films. I mean, I can't even keep track. I wouldn't even be able to know. I mean, I've got Groundhog Day, Slap Shot. Those are the sports comedy movies, or the same kind of vein. Not obviously Groundhog Day is not, but Major League, all those comedies I rewatched like a billion times. Trading Places, obviously the best movie ever made, Showgirls, unrated by the way. And but there's, I mean, if they're for serious films, I don't know, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Hundreds. I mean, I think I've seen Eyes Wide Shut more than any person reasonably should. I've seen the Godfather films dumb amounts of times. The Big Lebowski. I mean, hard to say. Look at you guys pairing up Mad Dog 2020 in the chat. I'm so far behind, guys. If I missed something, I'm very apologetic. Yeah. I think Jaffo's here even. Hey, there's Jedi Bill. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Mr. Shirt's here. Good to see you, sir. The handsome Mr. Red Shirt. That would have been a good idea, good Star, to theme the hotel to Naboo. Sure. Or the Endor moon. There's Jaffo. Sounds like a Romanian wedding, yeah. Star Prison, the escape room. Well, basically, okay, so like they have this engineering thing there. There's very limited stuff to do on this, right? This is supposed to be like a cruise ship, but they really only set up like 2 or 3 like active things that you could do while you were there. And one of them is the bridge, right? The bridge. And then you have the fake space battle and all that. They also have this engineering area where you are basically doing escape room tasks. Yeah. I mean, you had robot racing, which is basically RC kart racing. There's all kinds of dumb shit. Oh, wow, I cursed. I'm sorry, guys. I don't normally curse. I apologize. I'm exasperated by this. Let's just put it that way. Smilex, I saw Bob Dylan live a few years ago. I couldn't understand a word he said all night. No, we don't see me not mine. We all know, but see about she will die. Yeah, there you go. Babe. I got you, babe. Yeah, sorry. Yep, Red Wine UB40 by Bob Dylan. Sorry about that. God, I'm way behind. Terrible. I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. Thank you, Wes. There you go. Showgirls is underrated. Lord of the Rings. You guys are pounding away. Hey, Goodfellas are incredible. And Casino, indeed. I mean, I will often do like a weird binge of like that kind of stuff, right? Watch the Godfather films, watch Casino. God, what a performance in that. Holy cow, the performance is all over the place in that. Goodfellas, there's a lot of them. I love the idea that the guy doesn't know until he's about to get clipped that he's about to get clipped. It's really cool. Wrath of Khan, yeah. Probably the best Star Wars, or excuse me, Star Trek. Wow. Star Wars on the brain. Star Trek films. Terry Rose is here. Great to see you. I see. Oh, Parrothead's here. What's up, buddy? Rake and Bass. Oh, I love the animated stuff. Animated stuff was incredible. All the token things, indeed. Star Wars themed escape rooms would have been a dynamite attraction. Dynamite. Do any of the major theme parks have escape rooms? Other than that thing in Disney, not really. Yeah, the bingo didn't exactly raise the bar there, did it? The Imagineers ain't what they used to be. I'm not going to get into it. So many of my friends left Disney. I'm not even going to talk about it. Hot takes. Showgirls is underdressed. I think that's the... Holy cow! It's a Ruben sighting. Good to see you. La, 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 la. My man here's working hard on fading away. He's losing weight like crazy, taking good care of himself. Yeah, Donnie. Yeah, exactly. Donnie Brasco. Indeed. Well, yeah. Oh, Shogun is great. You guys are naming great films. There's Snacks. What's up, Snacks? OG, dig it. Weatherman. Well, wouldn't you know? Not only that, they also went to some creative companies. A lot of them went to some creative companies and are doing other things. Some of the best actually still do creative stuff and design and engineering and stuff. But they do it in places you wouldn't expect. One of the best went to work for Virgin Airlines and Virgin Galactic at the time. Now it's not so galactic anymore. But yeah. Maverick Pilgrims here. I made it. Well, thanks for making it. All right, let's do some more stuff. Let's talk about the outrage that Disney is removing things from their streaming services, both Hulu and Disney Plus. Well, it's already a done deal. They need these write-downs. They need to take a lot of steps to protect the company from its massive PE ratio and all the other issues that they are sitting on, because they're sitting on more than a little bit. And well, I'll just get the article out. One of the groups that's attacking them is the LGBTQ plus folks, because they believe, based on their own statements, that Disney is getting rid of that type of content. So the Howard documentary will remain, which is good, on Disney Plus amid backlash. List of Disney streaming removals still being finalized. Oh, wait. And that's because they're being attacked by the folks from the LGBTQ plus whatever community. So you've got list of titles have been updated. Since the titles were made public yesterday, Disney has received backlash over the pending removal of Howard, about the famous lyricist Howard Ashman, who was gay, which there you go. And of course, he wrote stuff for Disney's Little Mermaid animated classic. So its timing is very poor because obviously the Little Mermaid movie is coming out during LGBTQ plus Pride Month. I wonder why. So yeah, they're taking a bunch of heat. So you're going to see, you may see a few things stick around, but another series being pulled from the service is Willow, which also has, and see, they say this openly now, an LGBTQ plus focus. So another disturbing aspect here is the removal of Willow. It's one of their few LGBTQ plus projects, which is a lie. Certainly sends the wrong kind of message in the wake of Disney's fight with the anti-LGBTQ politics. No, it's the don't push this on kids at that young politics. So feels icky they're removing it and sort of caves to these bigots? No. They need the write down, folks. And these films, these projects made them no money. Willow is the biggest flop and failure for Lucasfilm outside of the theaters. And they've made a lot of flops. Lucasfilm has made a lot of garbage, but 1.5 to 1.8 billion, they need that write down or those write downs. Yeah. But they got hammered. They got attacked. These are the tweets. So there you go. Removing the content is not very super. No, it's not very super. Yeah. The more I diminish, the grander I've become. Indeed, my friend. I hope I get to see you in Florida this year. Look forward to that. Lorena Creole is doing a watch party, my favorite film of all time, 2001: A Space Odyssey. No CGI can touch this movie, and I agree with you. Practical. Into the halls of embarrassment. Now, here's the weird thing about write-downs, right? Once they do this with this content, and again, they're valuing the content themselves, which is very suspect. I don't believe, I'm pretty sure it can never appear ever again anywhere, which means they're burying this stuff, which would include Willow, which was incredibly expensive. Did you get your physical copy of that? Ha ha, no. Anyway. Lock it away and lose the key. That's what they'll have to do, actually. Anything they remove will make them angry. Okay, all right. Yes, I did see what you did there. So there you go. Foghorn Leghorn was great. You know Leghorns? Talk a little bit about some nasty chickens. Or they can be, anyway. Used to peck at my feet. Mel Torme was Jewish and wrote one of the greatest Christmas songs ever. Disney needs to learn that lesson. You were 100% right, Izaj Maloney. Willow being removed from streaming services affects me none at all. I can still watch it on the 7 Seas. That's right. And that's the other problem Disney has to contend with. There are very high quality transfers of Song of the South out there that Disney wished didn't exist. They've been trying to hide that film because 2 people were offended by it originally. 2. Blackie says, I refuse to watch Willow since they sidelined him. I'm 4'10". Oh, cool. So he was a role model to me as a child. Yeah. Well, it's weird like that, right? There's a certain amount of oppression Olympics that goes on at Disney. Hierarchy of victimhood. And the fact that they deal in and distribute that kind of victimhood, that kind of neo-Marxism is incredibly disturbing. So, yeah. And Logic's Finest brings up one of the things that we've been talking about for a very long time and very succinctly put here. Thank you, my friend. These people like the ideas. They aren't actual fans who care about an IP. The invisible sales and profits prove that, indeed. Business 101, reject your loyal fans and go out of business. Well, Disney's like losing traction in a lot of places. And to be fair, Universal's going to eat their lunch with Epic Universe. What's going on there, Horny Owl? I say. I love that. Again, Tom does the voices better than me. Yeah, there aren't ever. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they are. Right now means they're never able to monetize or use the content. If they do, they have to put the amount of the write down back in as earnings. Yep. So it's gone forever, guys. Little Chad would know. Can't wait to hang out with you, Chad. Heartbroken is a strong term. I don't think we're heartbroken. Excited, ecstatic, exuberant. Those are better adjectives. That's right, my friend, the Lord of the Landfowl. Well, and the waterfowl as well. I mean, don't limit yourself, Wes. You are in command of the birds, my friend. You guys have to check out Wes's new employer, Whatever Cast, the channel. Been doing that for a while. Great job. C for Family says, I have a copy of Song on the South. Well, just so happens, so do I. Yeah, it might not be from Disney. Chicken good. Yeah, I haven't bought Adidas in a while. But yeah, there's a lot of favorite brands I don't do. I have Nike sports stuff still, and I have some golf shirts and stuff. But since they refuse to deal with the forced labor situation in China, I bought one other thing. And now that they've doubled down and gone into all of this, yeah, I'm done. And Nike won't get any more money from me. And I like, some of their sports apparel, like their golf balls. I really like their golf cleats. I won't give them any more money. I have this really nice sweatshirt I don't hardly wear anymore. Frustrating. I think there are a lot of companies that are being protected about this FTX thing that were more exposed that weren't even out there in the public. I imagine there will be a supplemental list that if this proceeds forwards and SBF ends up in some serious trouble, which believe me, he probably will, some of that may leak out there. So holy cow, Tender Warrior gifted another 10 memberships? My goodness. Tender Warrior 68, thank you so very much. Wow. Incredibly generous. I'm scrolling so I can find it here. My goodness, thank you so very, very much. Let me say thanks with the cheddar.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys, yeah.
I did not know that Adidas was founded by the Yazis. I was talking specifically of Nike. I think I've only ever owned like 2 Adidas things in my lifetime, and I don't believe they were purchased by me. But no, I didn't know any of this until somewhat recently that they were founded by Yahtzees. In fact, I think you're just reinforcing that knowledge in my head now. But no, I was talking specifically of Nike. This is something I could have lived without ever happening or know about, to be fair. An homage to fromage. That's right. That is a good rat. Hey, Sheila Aliens is here. Meow. Good to see you, Sheila. Hope you're doing well. There's my buddy Kai. Adidas was like, yeah, everyone needs shoes. All right. There you go. Well, to be fair, yeah, but I think that was more of a leotard man suit. I don't know. Oh, hot tip. This is cool. Enemy company chipping trees near power lines in my area. Exchanged 2 massive trucks of chips for 4 cartons of beer. Enough to redo the food forest. That's awesome. See, that's what you do. You want to be able to have your wood chips for composting and for mulching and for all kinds of things. They go a long, long way. There you go. That's really smart. Well done, Hammerite Hurts. New Balance can be very comfortable for some people. Hey, I don't know. I'm not Fonz, Kai. What? Yeah, Asics sports shoes are fantastic, especially their court shoes. Like I use like the 2 pairs of racquetball shoes I have for that. And the tennis shoes I have are Asics. I play tennis, so it's hard to find good golf equipment. I'm still stuck with FootJoy shoes now. Oh well. I gotta finish my pizza here soon. It's very cold now. I'm gonna start calling it Ryan Cannell pizza. So at least it's not floor pizza. Yeah, I love the word mulch. Yeah, dead tree leaves work great. They just tend to get moldy. But what I like to do is kind of make like a leaf soup, kind of water them down. Disney says they spent $1 billion to build Galactic Star Cruiser, while a 50-floor high-rise in Manhattan costs $50 million. Sounds like laundry, just like new Yankee Stadium project. Well, I would tend to agree with you. $1 billion. That's a lot of money. And I don't know how. I know it was in the hundreds of millions because I think the original on paper budget was going to be about 300 million, which would have included all the R&D and everything else that had gone into it. It wasn't originally included in the budget for the 2 hotels, or excuse me, the 2 land expansions. So that's crazy. Hey, there's Lisa. Good to see you. Man, I've got lovely ladies joining us today. Sheila Alien's out there. Lisa's out there. I've got Jillian out there. Lots of wonderful ladies. Thanks, John Cipolla. Take it easy. It's not soup, it's tea. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of leaf soup for a while. I throw some other stuff in there too. Stuck at work, brain no worky. Just want to go home and build a model kit. Sounds good. DJ Ronnie G says maybe the cruiser can actually fly. Man, they really need it to. It's taken up some very valuable land there. And so this is something most people don't realize about Disney World. There's only X amount of actual quote unquote buildable land. They can make other land buildable, but it's a premium cost. And it'll be less likely they can do that since they're no longer under their own rule of Reedy Creek Improvement District. So they got problems. As you guys know, I did a review that came out today on Fast X. If you're looking for a non-spoiler review of the part 1 of a 2-part film, Fast X is the beginning of the end, and Fast 11 will be the end of the end. The end of the end. Yes, the end of the end. Yeah. But Indiana Jones, that was fun. A little bit of Schadenfreude. But I have a story to round out the day that I found that was foisted upon me by the social media and the powers that be. That's all the people that shared it. So this will be interesting. I don't normally cover this kind of stuff on my shows, but this is bonkers and more than a little bit disgusting. I did say Fast X was a movie. That was my primary statement there. All right, let's share it. This is going to be weird, guys. I hope I don't offend anybody. If I do, I'm very sorry. I don't mean to. But an OnlyFans star was shocked after discovering her stepdad is one of her biggest subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, when you venture into the land of entertainment and you choose one particular area, very interesting things will happen. Some of them are not great. Anyway, this lady's named Talia Madison. She's spoken out about the family trauma of her stepdad watching her engage in activities with her partner for 2 months.
Bruh.
Yeah. I'm going to take that off the screen for a minute. Wow. The kind of thing that you're just very uncomfortable to even engage in. But I mean, wow. I'm gonna get back to the movie real quick and just go with this. I have no idea. Momoa was playing a very weird character, and I don't want to get into spoilers, but it does prove that Momoa can act and has some range, I think. Sign of the times, yeah. Wrong on many levels, yeah. Maybe he was trying to support her career. Doesn't sound like. Sounds really, really gross. Incredibly wrong. Cue the dueling banjos. Yeah. Oh yeah, he spent $2K. Well, let's get into it, shall we? I don't really want to. This is so messed up. But I was like, do I do this one? And I got a couple of affirmative yeses from people I trust. So here we are. This is her. So the OnlyFans star explained who her biggest fan was. Her biggest fan. She revealed how she ruined her mom's marriage after discovering her stepdad was her #1 subscriber. And Talia says her mom's partner had even requested custom content. I'm not outraged. I'm disgusted. I'm the world has gone mad. She recorded a TikTok video. If you can find this still, by the way, supposedly. She said, I ruined my mom's marriage. I never planned on telling a story on TikTok, but here we are. Well, it's going to get a lot of views. So of course she did. So when I started my website, I had this customer was my #1 customer, bought every single thing I had sent him. He was pretty much a follower since the beginning. We would talk every day. He made custom requests, very specific things. And he also had very specific username on the website. This is one of them. Thank goodness this is blacked out. I'm going to keep scrolling. Within 2 months, the fan, who also had a TikTok account with the same username, had spent around £1,000. Then one day, when the Australian-based content creator was on TikTok, she noticed the man was in her phone contacts. It was absolutely mental trying to figure out who this person was from my contacts. I narrowed it down to 6 people. One of them was my stepdad. I went with my gut feeling and I messaged the website account, and I said, I know who this is. Within 2 minutes, I got a text from my stepdad saying, hey, Tay, can we talk? Miss Madison says her stepdad had known her since she was 11. I'm done. I'm just done. It isn't funny. I don't know why you would go public with this, other than you knew it was going to go just completely viral on TikTok. This is why you do it. And then you obviously pump up your OnlyFans accounts. Because everybody's going to want to see the girl whose stepdad was creeping on her. I'm just... no, they were not there. I don't think that was it. He was watching her get down with her partner for 2 months. Scapegoat. Your username was your dad. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, he passed away 7. Ah, bummer. Thank you, 11 Alpha. I mean, this is a bummer, but thanks. I think this is a mother's worst fear. I agree with you, Logic's Finest. I think that kind of stuff. How long had he been fetishizing her in his mind? I feel terrible for this mother. Of course, obviously, they got divorced, but she's been with that guy for what? I mean, she's not exactly a spring chicken, this OnlyFans lady, but let's say 15 years maybe of marriage. So messed up. He's pretty dang good. He was very humble about it though. He said he always said he was overly paid or something like that, highly paid or overpaid and highly over praised or something. He was very, very yeah. Mm. Even Baron Vladimir Harkonnen thinks it's very wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I don't find this funny at all. I find it incredibly disgusting. I don't know what to do with this. Like I said, I was a little tortured over covering that particular story. Jim Brown was in a lot of great movies. He was indeed. Yeah, he was fetishizing her in his mind from her childhood. Sick and disgusting, indeed. Indeed. OJ was also in great movies, you're right. But, the juice was on the loose only really in a white Bronco. Let's be fair. And you're right. A lot of people are going to chuckle at things that make them uncomfortable because that's a way to discharge that Anxious. That's an anxious response. Yeah, the wall. Just really messed up. How would you do that to a person that you raised? Hey, what's going on there, Dead Man Walking? Anyway. Woo, what else you guys want to talk about? I want to get away from that now. I need to be done. Need to be done. Need to be done. Minecraft wants to start a dating app? No. Really? I'm looking this up. There's a dating mod in Minecraft. There's an online dating Minecraft server. Date and play? What is going on in this world? Okay. I don't know. You started playing Zelda. I hear the game is great. Somebody tell me what they think of this game, because I know the new Zelda game's out. I haven't had a chance to pick it up. I will be. And I want to play. Yeah. You guys want to do a little beverage conversation? Wrap it up with some beer? Yeah, Dulu. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at some of this other stuff. We're gonna get rid of this weirdness. Weirdness is gone. All right. Well, let's take a look at some stocks. Stocks are fun, right? Stocks are a good time. Let's do some stocks. Share screen. Professional YouTuber here. All right. I am not logged in. That's good. All right, here we go. Walt Disney Company down 238 or 2.54% to 91.35. Market's about to close, folks. A lot of red. Not a good day for Disney. No. Of course, media across the board is not having a good day. We got Netflix here. They're not doing well. Meta's not doing great. Amazon. Market as a whole is down. So is it Disney related or is it just the market? I don't think this is going to turn around anytime soon as far as the market goes. Let's look at some other companies that went woke and, well, not exactly doing the best. Real quick. This is super fun. Oops. I clicked the wrong button, kids. There we go. Oh, look. AB InBev went up 9 cents so far on the day. Oh, it's already closed. Excuse me. So there you go. Yeah, I think somebody is like actively trying to get this stock back up. But they are down significantly in their market cap, erased basically a whole lot of earnings. They made some great headway up here. And then, boo, down. We'll see. That's AB InBev. ESG risk score. Oh, no. going to be a hard time getting their 30% of their clientele back, to be fair. Anywhere below 92 and 93, Peltz is going to be buying up shares. He actually bought back in at a pretty low level, Chad. So I agree with you. I think Peltz is going to want to take Disney to task, and I think he should. I really do. Yeah. $2 super chat from Darren Hughes. Thank you. Darren Hughes says you skipped it. So Jim Brown was a Cleveland Brown. Jim Brown was one of the most talented football players I'd seen. And I'm saying it that way specifically because there's been a lot of talented football players. But thank you for the super chat, Darren Hughes. You know what? You get one of the funny ones.
Wow. See why I only did $2. Huh.
Thank you very much for that, Darren Hughes. And you're right. On the previous story we were talking about there, Logic Finest, he did kind of almost go full Woody Allen. So, yeah. Alcohol kills brain cells and memories. I don't know. But again, Molson Coors had an upward trajectory today. They made about 60 cents back of their losses, but I have a feeling that that's also for a limited time. Once these boycotts actually affect them, people will change their tune. I want to get back to Disney real quick because I feel like we just didn't do that justice. Hang on. I want to talk real quickly about institutional ownership before we wrap up the day. Disney's institutional ownership is concerning because it's so made up of so much. Where they are at right now, and I think this is an inaccurate thing. Let's refresh. I always have to remember to log out of these things before I bring them up on the screen. So current institutional ownership percentage is 62.22%. So nearly 2/3 of this company is owned by the big institutional investors. And they're all listed. You can go find them, find out what percentage of the company ownership they actually have statistically, et cetera, et cetera. But it's all there. Easy to find, easy to research. It's pretty significant. Disney is trading at or below the level that got Chapek fired. That's right. Yep. And that's been an ongoing theme after the initial bounce up. It's been nothing but bad news under Iger, which is good because it was nothing but bad news under Iger before. We just didn't know it. And well, a lot of people, I should say, didn't know it until, Chapek was made the scapegoat for what Iger had done and for all the people he put in place, which is what they're suffering under. When Iger leaves, Tigger should become CEO. Yeah. Well, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are made out of springs. Wait, no. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Their tops are made out of rubber. Their bottoms are made out of springs. Yeah. They're jumpy, bumpy, fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. Wild. All right, folks, we have to get out of here because we have other stuff to get to. I had a lot of fun with all of you today. Thanks for joining me, for the 40 of you sticking around to the very end. I truly appreciate it. And for those of you watching on the replay, hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know you were here. Anyway, let's get to it. We're going to run the closing. I want to say thanks again. Hopefully, the new render will be done on the credits because it takes flipping forever to render. I'm not complaining. Thank you for being members. But Have a great weekend, everybody. I hope to see you on the late shows and on the Sunday late night culture stream. Have a wonderful weekend. See you.